Hey everybody, it's Rock, and I just wanted to say hi to you today and just talk to you about something that was on my mind. I was talking with one of my nephews today, and it came to my mind that we were talking about God, and we were talking about relationships with God. And so it came to me that a lot of times people have the tendency to think that we have to put our trust in God, right? And that's what you always hear being preached in the churches and stuff like that. You know, trust God, put your trust in God. And that's beautiful. That's a good thing, to keep trusting in God even when things aren't going your way, when things look grim, to still have that faith in you, to want to continue to have faith in God. That's a beautiful thing. But then it came to me and it said, I was thinking, and it just was something that came to mind was, what about God? And what about God's ability to trust in you? Now, think about it. We're always talking about, you know, have faith in God, trust God, trust God, trust God. But has anybody ever stopped to think, can God trust you? Can God trust you to do what He asks you to do? Can God trust you with the things that He wants you to do for other people, the things He wants you to do for yourself, the things He wants you to do for His kingdom? Can God trust you? A lot of times we think, oh, you know, I've been praying and praying and praying all this time for these things to come to pass, and nothing comes to pass. Now, we can say the same thing. God could be saying the same thing about you. You know, I trusted Him with, you know, with that money. I trusted Him with meeting that person, and I was hoping that He would use that money and talk to that person and get them to know a little bit more about me. But He didn't. He squandered it. He wasted it. Or she wasted it. She squandered it. I gave them the gift of gab. I gave them the gift of being personable and loving and caring. But they didn't use it for what I intended it for. And could I trust them with what things I've given them? So ask yourself, next time you're praying and you say, God, it's been such a long time I've been praying about this thing, and there's, you know, apparently no answer. Ask yourself, are you being the person that God could trust? Could God trust you? Is it something that you're doing or something that you're not doing that can cause God's trust to waver? Remember, it's a relationship. People always want to say, you know, that they need to trust in God, but if we're talking about having a relationship with God and Jesus Christ, it's a relationship. And any relationship is a give and take. Any relationship requires activity on both parts. And any really good relationship definitely has mutual trust. The trust between the parties in that relationship is paramount for the success of that relationship. And so if you really want to think about it, the relationship with God and your Creator, relationship with Jesus Christ, it's no different. It's a relationship. So yeah, you got to trust God, and you should trust God, and you're always told to trust God and believe in God and have faith in God. But can He do that in you? Are you living your life, or are you trying to comport yourself in a manner that is trustworthy for what God has to do through you in this world? Remember, if you have a relationship with Him, it's because He's called you to be with Him. And if you don't have a relationship, that calling and that invitation is for everybody. So anyone can become part of that lifestyle, and anybody can be part of that eternal kingdom of heaven if you just accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior and develop your relationship with God. Remember, the mutual trust, the give and take between any relationship applies also to the things of God as well. Yeah, we should trust Him. Yes, definitely trust Him, because He's an honest, faithful, and trustworthy God. But what about you? Can He trust you? Ask yourself that. Can He trust you? Well, that's my thought for the day. Live your life according so that you can be trusted by your Creator. And that way, you'll have every right to trust in Him. Because if He can't trust in you, then why should He answer you? You're waiting on Him, you're trusting in Him for Him to answer you, right? It goes both ways. So, that's just my thought for today. You guys have an awesome day, and I thank you for listening and watching, and talk to you soon. Bye.